Hey everyone, welcome to another daily cinephile vlog. I just went and saw the Priscilla. We had Elvis last year, 2022. This year we have Priscilla, so another biopic, but this is from her perspective of the Elvis relationship. I don't have like a lot to say about it, not in video form anyway, not just from thoughts sporadically coming from my head. But I thought while watching it that the movie was effective in the way that it told her story, in the sense that, like, I feel like Elvis and all the other biopics that are made and the way his story is always told, this bigger than life person, Priscilla's always kind of in the background. She's never a huge part of the story, but she has told her story before. There is a book that she wrote back in the 80s, which this movie is based upon. And I feel like this movie does a good job of like showing that in the same way, like that Elvis is always the person that was taking over the moment, that he was always the loudest person in a room of loud voices, and there was always like Priscilla, who's kind of this quiet, smaller person in there. Like the age difference is very apparent. This actress they actually picked someone who is younger, and as Priscilla gets older in the movie, they do age her up. So rather than find like an older actress to play the part, to age her down for the younger years, I actually found someone who looks young and then aged her up. So I thought that was a great idea. But just the fact that she's also so much shorter than Elvis, the actress is, and the way that they shoot it sometimes, especially in Graceland, where Graceland just looks huge, the walls look huge, and she's just this like small person in there. I think that really adds to the element of what Priscilla has always been in the Elvis story, which is like kind of in the background, kind of quietly there. And I feel like the movie interprets that in a sad sort of way, an effective way, and in a sad way. And the way that their relationship is portrayed, especially in the beginning, is like it's awkward to watch. Don't think it's about, innocence being taken, which I think is the course that a lot of movies like this would do, especially with the romantic angle. It's more about just someone's straight up childhood being taken, not childhood innocence exactly, but just straight up a childhood being stolen and not really being given a chance to have your own life beyond the person who you're with. The movie moves really fast, and it's cut very fast, and it sometimes doesn't feel like you get a chance to breathe. But at times I wondered if the movie would have been a little better had they gone into more detail about their lives, just because I almost wondered, like, if you don't know anything about Elvis, would this movie be as effective? And, it turns out I went with someone who doesn't know much about Elvis, and the emotional part of the movie, the stuff focusing on just Priscilla and this very manipulative relationship, all of that came across regardless of knowing much about Elvis and in turn know much about Priscilla. The choices they made in what they kept in the story and what they got rid of and stuff that they didn't go as detailed with, was that stuff like, could there have been a better version of this movie still made that went over everything? Maybe every movie should have this, where we have the biopic done from one character's perspective and then do another biopic from the other character's perspective. We have both of these movies, and you can watch them back to back, and they complement one another. They're not very similar at all. This movie is a lot more toned down, like a lot of Sofia Coppola's movies. The colors are desaturated. It's a very pretty looking movie, and everything is framed very nicely. And like I said, they really capture the large scope of Elvis that's like overshadowing Priscilla. So it's a very different movie from the 2022 Elvis, but still I think the two complement each other. Yeah, overall I think it's an effective movie. It's a disturbing movie, and it gets the job done.